Hello everyone. Good night. This is Scam here, and tonight we're gonna be covering 18 New Moon versus Bronzodia, week 2 of ZGG Galaxy, which is a Platinum 1 league. Sorry, today I'm not gonna be able to bring it in, my camera up, having some issues here, but we will get things going. I'm just gonna be preparing here the the looks of the stream because I wasn't able to do earlier. So just bear with me. We'll have everything ready shortly, and New Moon is going with New Moon is going with what's called on the red side. So I'm gonna be preparing and remembering this team, Bronzodia. They were actually accepted earlier today, so I do not have their logos. So we're gonna be using the league icon for the time being, as this team is they were recently accepted, so they haven't played last week. Um, so they only have the OPGGs to get an idea of what they play. But at the end of the day, Uh, from what I could tell earlier, these guys they are an IBS team coming to the league. So I mean, this is a short league, 6 weeks only. Um, I think actually it's 6 to 7 weeks. I need to recheck. So it's really a short league. So I hope they do well, although they starting with an 0-1, just as New Moon. Okay, so I just got an update as my partner Axe, he's gonna be able to join in. So I'm gonna join with Axe as so we can do the casting for game one. Then he's gonna hop on to play game two. Hey Axe, how's it going?
So,
Dude, I am terrible. Sneezing all day. Um, Let me bring your stuff here.
no webcam today? You love the webcam.
Yeah, but dude, I'm a mess today. Dude, I feel like my lungs are gonna explode at some point.
The drafts should be starting up soon. We have Bronzodia looking ready.
Did you had a chance to take a look at their OP.gg? I had a really brief
I
glance on it.
did not glance at it too hard. I know their entire team is silver, so I hate to say it, but I'm expecting a 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely gonna be like a very
Their highest rank
hard.
is Gold 1. Okay,
Yeah,
that's. But on the OP.gg it says Gold 4, so that slipped by me.
yeah, I definitely think it's gonna be really, really hard for them. But we'll see.
So,
I've seen.
Isa ban on blue side. That's a new one. I will say, I am repping the boys with my ET shirt.
Oh,
I
you
like
got it.
this.
Nice. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, I like this shirt so much.
Yeah, it's hype. It is really, really hype.
So Caitlyn Rel ban. I don't think Caitlyn's actually that strong right now. I'm kind of surprised to see it get banned. And Lilia ban. Lilia is kind of hard to play around. I'm not absolutely shocked. The top plays Gwen and Rumble, it seems. A lot of games on Garen. 24 games of Garen. We might see some Garen top gaming. There's actually a couple champs that can really struggle to punch through Garen. This the Stride Breaker change is huge for him. He just stat 6 even harder than he already did.
Yeah. So I had a brief look into. the OPGG for this team. There's
Six.
only one person I recognize is a Mystic.
Yeah, I've seen Mystic's name around. I don't know where exactly.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly the position he plays. I don't know if he's like a support or a mid laner, but I've seen him a few
I think
times.
Mystic is support. So first pick a Moo, I'm not in love with first pick a Moo. New Moon's sticking to the Poppy special. I I'm really confused about Lucian. Lucian's priority has been really down lately. Did you read? There's a Lucian patch note. There's a bug fix, right? And it said something like Lucian can now proc passive off of Font of Life.
Sorry, no, I haven't seen the overall patch notes uh for this week, the new
So
patch.
basically, all of them is the pick. If a tank support does like CC and has Font of Life, Lucian's supposed to be able to proc passive off of it now. So I think this might actually open up a lot more champions with Lucian. Because for a while it's basically been Nami and Milio, and he might be good again with like Leona, Nautilus, and whatnot. So I'm curious what support they're gonna pick
So
here.
they just confirmed on the lobby that it's an Ash.
Oh my god. It's two picks in a row, man.
Seems like their coach cannot draft. He cannot click the buttons. So I
Dude, they
apologize
should
for
lose
that.
bans.
So they're saying it's Ash and
Oh, there's some arguing. There's Diana and Jace in the chat. New Moon is on the back foot with the two invisible picks. What do they do?
oh god.
I think they're gonna respond with their own invisible pick.
Yeah. All right. Let's something happened here. Now
Yeah.
they lost the
So
train of thought.
I think we might have to after that. Oh my god. And let's get some new
Yeah.
draftlings after that mishap. I don't know if there's ever rules about butchering drafts. I think there's usually just rules about when you start drafts.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, it feels super awkward when this happens because, but again, you definitely need like,
You know what's also really awkward is that Blood Moon series like a week or two ago where everyone had to go on ult accounts and then we started
oh, they
the
didn't have the
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 draft like three
champions.
different times and it got dodged three different times because people are like, oh, I don't have that champ on this account. That was so funny, man. But see, the thing is, when they did this draft, there was a confusion about whether or not the third pick was Jace or Diana. So we'll see what they do. I think Ashe Diana's a bit better because Diana wants to dive and Ashe can set up the CC for the dive. But Ashe has decent poke and Jace has really solid poke. Jace at like 5 items is actually really strong with like Spear Shojin and whatnot. You can get the ability to haste to do 2 empowered shock blasts.
Yeah, one thing that is oh yeah, one thing that I wanted to say, like usually when you have like that kind of miss clicking and you know when you have like people missing the picks and bans, things like that, usually tends to be because people they're not too experience with comp, right? They just they panic, they forget they have to pick. Usually just because they're not super, you know, experienced on it. Yeah. So looks like CZ made a mistake and he's about to lose his points.
Yeah, I don't know how to refund your points.
I'll
That's
do it. I'll do it.
that's all Cam.
Alright.
Um,
Let me redo it. Let
you
me redo
got
it.
chicken wing gapped with the points. Okay, so Ash Jace. This is kind of strange. Like, if you're gonna do two decent poke champs, I'd rather see Maokai than a Mumu. Maokai has really good disengage, and Mumu's just going
Okay,
in.
so they went with the Jace actually. They went with the
Yeah.
Jace.
Like, here's the thing, Diana, a Mumu is really powerful, really explosive at the start of a fight. So it looks like Poppy jungle, Alpha top. I'm not sure about blinding Malphite this early when you could have just baited with Poppy Flex, but
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely well, so the thing is with Ares, so this is the first game that Ares is going to be with New Moon. And for those that has watched Ares before in the Aegis League in the AGL, he has played a lot of Poppy because always also we do have Downfall who has
a lot of
he's been have
Poppy.
yeah amazing games on Poppy, not even good, like really amazing. So definitely I could see that flags that they could have hold a little bit longer.
Seraphine ban, Nico ban, Horn ban. See, the thing that the Malphite pick does is all it really does is set up the top laner from Bronzodia to play like Gwen. He's played some Gwen, and Malphite is a really simple matchup for Gwen. You can just stat stick him. So kind of what I'm thinking on seeing for top. Um,
Yeah, we see that's awkward. Why did Bronzodia ban the Silas? That's
I
very
don't
interesting.
know. I'm not sure why they're worried about Silas
They could
here,
have
because
yeah, they could have definitely taken the Silas for Poppy, even the Lucian and the Malphite, obviously. So a
I don't think
little
Silas would have been the best pick for them. I think they just want. This could be Jace top. I don't think Jace top plays into Malphite well at all.
yeah, that's what I was thinking about taking the Silas for them because they could definitely do Silas due
Okay,
to the
that was the
Malphite.
other top I was gonna mention. Is
Oh.
he has some games of Rumble, and Rumble's not bad into Malphite. He also has a percent health buff recently, so imagining it to be easier for him to execute. This is again. I think Diana with Rumble and Mumu have went so much stronger.
Well, if they go Diane, if they pick Diane on B3, they shouldn't take the Rumble though. Otherwise, your team is heavy on AP.
Well, here's one thing. Oh god, this is heavy on AP on a completely worse front.
Well, it's not
So
too bad since you have the Jace. But if you change it to Jace for Diana, then I think yes, you're screwed.
well, I wouldn't expect them to go last pick Zac if they had Diana. But the Mumu passive actually reduces your magic resist by 10% and applies to everyone when he ults.
Oh,
So if
Buck
you're
is
gonna go,
Corky.
yeah, Corky's not bad here. So if you're gonna go a 3 AP team with a Mumu, it makes a decent amount of sense because you can do like Evan Shroud plus his ult and then shred resistances by like 20%. And he also could do Abyssal Mass. I'm not in love with either comp. Like New Moon is a really strange. It's like it almost wants to be a skirmish comp centering around Lucian Braum, but Poppy kind of just wants a gank. I don't know if she really wants a skirmish early. And Corky wants to wait until like level 11 or second item to start doing things. And Bronzodia is basically a level 16.
Yeah, I see Bronzodia having somewhat easy fight to execute, a lot of CC, a lot of AoE poke potential. But obviously, you're playing Jace, you're playing a champion that requires a lot of mechanical
I
skills,
thought
so
they would play a bit easier champs like
exactly.
Jace, Rumble are, I would say, like upper middle pack on difficulty at the lowest, right?
And it's not like, I mean, I guess the Rumble ult with uh the Momo's ult can do a nice combo, but it's not like a completely guaranteed that,
If you look at New Moon's team, they specifically need to kill Lucian Gorky. This is not like a 3 or 4 man carry comp where getting a 2 man Amumu it's good enough.
yeah. And you also have a Malphite that can do, like, if let's say a Mumu engages, Malphite can engage with your opposite team's backline, and you kind of go on a stale, engage scenario, where you don't neither teams have a follow up for a good second there.
And one other thing is the Seraphine band is actually really good. Like, I think Seraphine and Rakan are some of the most bullshit enchanters because they get to up your team's durability and provide really impactful AoE CC. And now Bronzodia has a 3 carry comp with no enchanter. Like, 3 carry comps are so good with enchanter, and they don't have one.
Yeah, and the other thing going for a new moon here is the fact that they have a good level of mobility on Corki Lucian, so they can have extra dashes to get away from a Nash arrow, from a Zac engage, and a Mumu engage. And the Poppy here not only can block the Zax engage, she can also remove one of your frontliners, send them to the
Well,
back line, or send them away, and then
Poppy
you
can
fight with numbers.
potentially shut down Zac and a Mumu engage.
But yeah,
I'm
there's
really
there's a lot of things
curious.
here that can happen.
I'm curious to see how Ares will use Poppy ult because that's one of the few things Downfall needs to work on with this Poppy.
Um,
I don't think they have an option other than like play through bot on the side of New Moon. Bronzodia theoretically could play through top or bot, but I think he probably wants to match bot since New Moon has a lot of setup.
what I'm more concerned here is to see how Ari is gonna fit on the new team. Obviously, he wasn't on a different team in the Aegis run with Team Ambition, so I definitely want to see how he fits with. Basically, This is almost the same team as the Aegis team for New Moon, the Titans team for New Moon, just swapping Slappy for Ares here for ZGG. So I want to see how much he can do on this team, because if like they were not in the same group, but if I would put New Moon to play against T8 Exodia, I would imagine New Moon would have a much easier time playing against them. So I definitely want to see how well can Ares perform here, and how much he's gonna add to the team.
Yeah,
And exactly, because this is the very first game they're gonna play together. They haven't practiced.
we'll see how this goes.
So we're just gonna be waiting for some spec delay. So we're gonna put us on a small break, and we'll be right back shortly to get some action. the game. Gonna be some updates here on the screen. But Bronzodia has blue side, New Moon has red side as they start game 1 of the series.
Now play in the lead with Pope. It's a downfall gap if I've ever seen one. Just a really standard 5 point.
Yep, 5 point.
I would have liked to see Nemoon try and invade with Braum, Lucian,
Yeah, I agree. They,
because Lucian can get 3 autos off of Braum passive really fast.
but I think they would
And then,
definitely need to have Poppy with him so they can go like a
yeah,
4 man.
they would have had to do his 5. So it looks like both jungles are pathing bot. To be expected. Looks like Ash will actually face check a bush solo. Newman could have just stacked in that brush bot and then absolutely killed Ash, but they're trying to take a leash on some level, but they still showed early. Poppy's going for a level 3 into gank, so she skipped both of her topside camps. She did red and just walked straight to bot. Zach is looking to do like a full clear because he's doing prompt. That's a slower camp for him. Bucky is getting hit up.
The one thing that I kind of don't like much is when Coco and Fallen they manage to get a level 2 first, they don't try to abuse of that power spike, especially when you have a Brawl and Lucian. They should have been like aggressive, trying to get the passive shield, the auto resets, and Lucian passive.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He just dashed directly onto 2 people, and Mumu is in a spot where he could not Q.
Yeah, and
Coconut misses a caddy. This is gonna be a bench.
they didn't use the Brawl passive at all. They couldn't get the bronze Q or anything to get that passive hit.
You know, I mean, they got the bot prio, but they're kind of in between people. And Mumu
Oh,
face checks into them. He's low. Zach is on the way. They shouldn't know it because they don't have a ward and try. They're gonna get
nice
double knockup,
flash.
double flash. And
No,
meanwhile, Arius gets a ganked off mid, but does not get the kill. Forces just to reset.
they do
Zach
get
should.
they get a
This is a very
flash.
easy lane gank from Zach. If he does Krugs, he should be able to get a knockup onto the Braum at the very least. Mumu used flash, easy face check, so he can't set up the play. Downfall is taking a lot of damage from Rumble.
Poppy's coming, but she's gonna be seen in that ward. But right now, Buckby is gonna be much safer, knowing that Jace doesn't have flash, so it's not gonna be easy for him to die as long as he plays correctly. And we see Zack here taking the bottom scuttle, so he could do like a return gank in a couple seconds.
Downfall is so low. If this Rumble manages heat right, he could just run him over.
Looks like they're looking for a
He
dive.
he does not stay above 50 heat. He's just getting stat
Oh, he
checked when he
gets a
shouldn't
solo
lose
kill.
that. Downfall gets a solo kill because Rumble doesn't know how to stay above 50 heat.
Another
This is
solo
what I
kill
was
by
talking
Downfall.
about. Like, Rumble's just a weird champ, and I can't imagine many Silvers being able to pilot him correctly.
Yeah, and Ares here, we see him taking jungle camps. That's a good ward by a Mumu there. Mystic Azzy getting like a
Yeah,
deep
that's one of my
vision.
favorite jungle wards. Because then you can see if they're doing blue or Grom. What's even better though is if you get it in the nook in between that 4-way crossroads, then you can see a lot more.
Yeah, but good thing that Ares he took 2 camps on this top side from Zac as he
They might
returns.
actually just go for a top gank. We'll see what happens. Ares could just clear top down and not do
Oh,
anything.
Mr. Kazik missed the Q.
The bandage toss whiffs.
Now, Crow's gonna
Downfall's
be.
level 6. That's quite the time to be alive on Malphite.
Crow is wasting a lot of time in this bot lane.
Yeah, nothing's happening. Downfall is just going for the solo kill, which... What is that? No!
Oh!
Rumble's too hard for him.
Oh, he downfall.
Downfall
He
wants
does
all
drop.
of the minions for flavor and then dies the extra attacks. The gank comes through bot lane.
Mystic as it goes in.
Coco
Coco
gets
drops.
absolutely gutted. He tries to do as much return damage as he can and just eats a Mumu Q, which is just a
Oh,
bit too much.
Buckby, he flashes in. He's gonna
Good
get the.
spacing. He's so close. It's like one auto.
Oh, not enough. He didn't have. There was a minion, but he didn't have his ult anymore for last hit.
You know, Jace doesn't have TP. This is actually really a big moment for Buckby. Even CS, but he gets to crash the wave and reset here, so Jace will be a bit behind.
Yeah, downfall there, getting the 1-for-1 on a very questionable play by Spence Matt, and you
Well,
know
Spencemat, I don't think he's read Rumble passive because he's not staying above 50 heat. I've never seen him overheat.
the one thing though is Crow spent so much time in that bot lane. Yes, they got the Q, but he did spend a lot of time there, and the Ares he's going to be able to get a CS advantage through the camps because he has the timers for Wolf, and we see a ping from him on the Wolves. He wants to invade because he has those timers, and
I
we
don't really think
froze.
invading's possible. Corki doesn't have prio because Jace can just outfight him,
So I'm
and
frozen here.
Rumble has wave clear advantage.
I'm at 38, 39, 40,
Oh, I'm at 47.
44, 45, 46, 47, 8.
There we go.
Alright, so Doubtful is coming in, so they have Prio top. We see Ares fighting here.
It's a knockup. This is a very early W from Ares.
Doubtful didn't come over at all. He just
Downfall has ult, but fighting Rumble in the
oh,
jungle can be dicey.
Rumble gets
Easy
smacked.
knockup. Corky's here for the follow-up damage. Ashel whiffs. What
What
is
did
the
Ares
Papillon
do?
for?
What did
Jeez.
you do? You saved the Zag. I mean, at least you steal the blue buff, sending him away, but you kind of saved
Oh
him.
my god. They get the one kill, but they might have been able to get two.
I don't know if that was intentional, like trying to take the Zag out just to make sure you kill the Jace with a 3v1, but that was a bit awkward initially, at least.
Yeah. All they had to do was wait for Corky's next dash, and he probably gets a double.
But that was a good turn onto Rumble there. Oh, Downfall going with
Well,
the AP build on this Malphite. I mean, he's 3 and on, so he's gonna be
I
smacking
mean,
on those Qs.
I respect it. I just hope this isn't like demonic. I don't think demonic is actually great on Malphite. But I do think Sorks is a really good
Nah,
purchase.
it's gonna be Nard Harvest. Nard Harvest, Malphite, let's go.
I will say, I don't think Rumble would lose this as much if he could use his passive
Ooh, Mystic
correctly.
Azzy in
Yeah,
trouble
this should be
here.
a big trade.
Ash
Zac is here, Ash is not.
yeah, Ash does not. Ash has ult in a couple seconds.
I mean, Coco is actually getting one shot by two tanks.
Yeah.
What is that? He lost to Bramblevest, Zac, and Omumu.
I mean, Bramblevest does a lot of damage, and Crow's ult also does a lot of
Did I
damage.
say Bramblevest? I meant to say some
No,
Bambi Signature.
oh, Femi. I mean, you do get a lot of damage out of it too, but
Yeah.
he had so he got the ignite, the Zac ulted. He got the extra damage from the aftershock, so
Do you think Rumble gets a solo kill?
it is possible if he doesn't whiff, but
Well, he
ooh.
has no ult right now. That'd be a war of
Corki has
attrition.
package. Oh,
Oh, this
nice
is.
flash.
Oh no! Ares, he ults after Jay's flashes behind him.
That was a good flash by Jace though. He timed
Yeah,
the
he was trying to buffer the Poppy displacement.
wait. Buckby used.
Wait, no! Buckby gets knocked into the tower and
Oh,
almost
Zach's coming
dies.
in. He's gonna
Oh,
get the
Zach's
kill.
cleaning up the tank gap with Zac and Amumu. They get another kill as a two-man unit. This is 2v4. Lucian's in the river, but they really can't take this.
Yeah,
Dragon
Buckby
is up.
here whiffed
Wait,
so badly.
Downfall killed Rumble on the top side.
He did.
What happened? I missed it.
Okay, let's try to.
Rumble is like full health and Downfall is at 30%. I'm not sure how
I'm gonna put heal this stream
Rumble
real quick.
died.
Okay, so basically, yeah. I mean, at the same time that Buckby died, he went in with the ult. Seems like Spence Matt he already had used his ult. Probably tried to clear the wave or tried to kill Downfall when he was low. But yeah, so what I'm thinking is happening is I think New Moon is trying some more aggressive plays, uh, with a little bit of egoing, because they know this is like a silver team. Like all these players are silver. Like I guess one got into gold 4 recently, but I think the team is definitely egoing a little bit, because Bugpig got the package for this Drake fight, and he literally used it so badly the package.
Yeah,
He
I
went
would
in
like to
under
see
turret.
New Moon come in with uncomfortable picks and then try not to die the entire game instead of this.
I mean, these are comfortable picks. It's just like I think they're just egoing a little bit with some choices. Ooh, Captain Green gonna get caught, getting a lot of damage here.
Solid play on the bot side.
An easy
I
kill
don't
from
know how
Coconut.
Fallen got that, but they killed Ash.
He
I
ulted
don't
on
think they
top of it.
can. Yeah, but Bromo was early on from W to Lucian and then ulted off the bat. So it must have been an auto or
Bro
a
got
Q.
stopped. Nice
Good,
combo.
good
Ooh,
play by
huge.
Ares. Double knockup.
Downfall getting a lot of damage
Ares
too,
should
but
fall. He flashes out.
Spaceman's
They don't
alive.
have the DPS for this.
Ash ult goes
Rumble
wild.
might actually get his second kill this game. It's
No.
chasing Poppy in the jungle. That's another 4 downfall.
I mean, they did get 4 plates bot lane, and we have like a
Yeah,
30
I
CS
would like
lead.
to see Fallen leave this and just go up to River because supports don't really help get towers aside from Demolish.
Well, they're gonna
And aside from that,
guarantee.
they're just sharing gold with ADC, making it take longer.
They guaranteed the first turret at least.
It's first turret at bot. They lost 1 kill,
And they
and
got
then
5 plates instead. That's not a bad trade.
they're
Um,
grabbing Herald on the other side.
the other thing is, now that it's 14 minutes, we don't have plates, so that Herald's gonna lose a lot of value.
Yeah, this is a really terrible
Oh,
time for
Captain
Herald.
Green getting
Ash
caught
is dying to
again,
the same play. She just died like this.
and
How
missing
does she fall
as it
for it
goes
twice?
with him.
And then Amumu is gonna die in a very similar way.
Yeah,
Hey, this fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
yeah, Mumu went for some deep warding and getting caught, and for some reason, Captain Green did not respect that he had no turret. And we have here a.
That was a really bad Zac lead.
So far there's like a pretty much same CS like CS difference. We not see much. Just 15 in the mid lane. We have a big difference in the bot lane. The bot is playing much better. 30, almost 40 CS difference. the in the top side though, you do have a lot of solo queues on downfall into this rumble,
We did go demonic first.
and he could get another solo queue soon because he goes
Yeah,
in and he kills again. Spanx Med is not even worth any gold anymore, and he's still dying. Poor guy.
he, I'm not sure what this Rumble build is. Proto Belt first? I'm confused.
Yeah, and isn't Rumble scaling with more HP?
Yeah, he has a percentage health ratio on his W, and Rumble's, since he's mid range, you need health to get in there. So you usually see like Demonic or Rylai's rush from Rumble.
And looks like he's going Iceborne next. So he's going.
Yeah, the core Rumble build here does. Oh god, his build's so off. You're supposed to rush Sork Boots because Rumble base damage is nuts. He hasn't finished Sork Boots, bought Rocket Belt, and then first item on UG.GG says Demonic Embrace, and did not do that. He
He's,
is against the status quo.
so their Bronzodia drops Herald mid. They're gonna get the chart as they prepare to fight here for this Drake. But New Moon has a 4k gold lead. They can definitely contest this, and it's a 4v4. Both top laners have to be. Ooh. Pro goes in, big packet separating team. Buckby gets a kill, he gets a double kill. Now he's looking for Ashe, he sees, but he's taking out the Raptors. I was gonna say like, sure, the both top laners have TP, but Downfall is gonna be much more valuable right now than this Rumble, especially when he's so far ahead. He's sitting on almost 7k, while Rumble is almost at 5k. So there is like 2 gold lead just on that top lane. With the double Q, there's a 400 gold lead on Buckby, uh, and also 2k just on the bot lane Lucian into this Ashe. The only lead individually that we see is on the jungle. There's a 500 gold lead on the Zac over Ares on the Poppy.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
So last time we saw Buckby going for Static Shiv, I believe,
I
and
think
now,
this is an improvement.
yeah, he's going straight to Ludens. Much better improvement. He,
Well, what he did last time I saw him play Corki was he did Manamune, Ludens, and Static Shiv. So I need to see what the third item is, because that's where
he
I
has a
take issues with.
stopwatch, so he could. So
Well,
there's a world where he goes Zonia's third.
does Jace go for it? He goes for it, but gets nothing.
Wait, Crow is
Um,
looking some play here.
he has perfect timing in his room page, so I don't know if he's necessarily going for a
Uh,
third item, Sonia's.
Bear's Jew, the difference in going top lane is 2k on Malphite. 2k on Malphite, 2k on bot lane. Both champions. Wait, Leon here, or Liam, might be in trouble, and he played pretty well here. But then he got another hit on from the Braum. Ooh, Spence
Boy.
Matt.
Coco's going for a 1v3 outplay.
Wait,
Doesn't really amount to much. I mean, Ashe has ult. I don't know why she's holding it. Just throw it mid and see what happens.
she did miss a couple times.
You
But
know,
Downfall
hey,
is
you
looking.
miss
Wait, wait,
every shot
wait.
you don't take.
Downfall is pinging to go in, and he's going in. Nice ult.
And then
Space
you
Mat does
hitting
die.
the rumble.
Crow
The Ashe
gets.
ult whiffs.
Mystic has a
A 4 mana Mumu ult, but there's no damage for the follow up. That's two people going down.
Wait, Captain Green is gonna get caught here. Oh, he
I'm not
flashes
sure how
away.
Ashe ended up close enough to need to flash, but it did happen, and just trying to do some trade back
Ooh.
damage.
That was a big poke by Leon, almost getting
That
Ares.
was they're actually holding off a 2v4 play, but tower goes down anyways. Baron is up. Dragon is up in 2 minutes. New Moon probably wants to reset soon. Buckby is way too low to still have his head out here. He's gonna have to reset. Downfall's resetting.
Yeah, everyone is resetting as we are going to 2 minutes before Drake. One thing on that play though, they managed to get the mid turret, which got them some actual gold because of the bounty. Although they lost 3 men for it, but now we're seeing a lot of items on the side of New Moon. Two Iceborne gauntlets, two items on the Malphite, two items on Corki, two items on Lucian. On the side of Bronzodia, we only have one item on their players, and even the strongest one, it's 1.5, which is the Zac and the Chase.
Downfall just trying to go for the one shot. I
Oh,
mean, he'll get
Space
it in
Man.
a second rotation. I just don't know if this is worth your ult and the rundown. I mean, you get 300 more gold, but he could have gotten caught out because they didn't have the best vision.
So 50.
Drag is up in a minute. Ash does the greediest pathing I've ever seen and gets 100 to 0.
She's 60 CS below. Crow goes in. Ares stops Mystic Azi. Crow tries to 1v2.
Taking some power shots. They should be able to get a kill here. Okay, so they go for
Good
the
damage by
Mumu.
Mumu. Doing a lot of damage in Coconut, but still dropping.
Yeah, Coco does not have
Oop,
lifesteal at this point.
I froze again. Uh, how, what's your number?
I'm at 5.
Okay, so I'm at 8, 9, 10.
Should be good.
Okay. So Downfall catches top, tier 2 top.
I
And
mean, if they just have a huge gold difference, this is about 20 some minutes in, 8k ahead. It's going to be really steep.
the question is, how do they stop the bleeding here? Because it's bleeding
It,
bad.
Zach just used his only smite on Raptors, and Dragon is up, so they can't contest this. If they fight it, Quirky kills them with package.
Park is looking. He
But
has.
Downfall's not here.
Oh, Ash
Okay,
goes inside
Downfall's
the
TPing
package.
over. Why did they walk into the
Oh,
Quirky
it's a
package?
4-man Malphite ult.
Oh, Quirky's here to do as much as he can. One is down, two is down,
Double kill
and
on
three are
Downfall.
waddling away.
Wait, Leonf getting caught here as well. Ooh, Fallen's Q does not get to him.
The culling almost
Wait,
gets him mid.
Spezmat Griffin in the mid lane.
Oh,
He goes down hard.
the Rocket Bell disengage is not enough. It makes you wonder why you didn't buy Demonic first.
But yeah, now things are just getting worse. The bot lane is 0-9. They have, although they have participated in all the kills from this game, and looks like they're gonna go for.
They're gonna just greed, it looks like. Newman's trying, but they just gave a shutdown over with the Malphite. Zac is here to try to CC Lucian. The Q does land if he can get in range of Ares. That's Poppy down. Buckby's in the back. Coconut's about to fall. They just lost 4 members after being up so much gold due to overzealous chasing. Zac is going in. Corky has to zone in,
Buys
so
that.
he's
Who gets a
going to
double
die. He gets
kill?
2 on the back
Oh,
side of it. He misses the W and gives a shutdown to Ash.
I think he didn't
Oh, no,
have
Zac.
range. I think the W there didn't have range.
Yeah, it was it was very close. But if he waited for it, he probably would have died anyways. The 8k gold difference is now
It's
a
still on
little bit
par.
smaller.
Nah,
It's
it's
still
still
so steep.
it's still 70k. So they definitely gave a lot of bounties, tried to force
Their
inhibitor
8k gold
mid.
lead turned into 7k.
Yeah,
That's basically what happened over that huge play.
but the Jays
One
got to
thing
shut down.
that's huge for blue side is that they have objective bounties, and top tier 1 and bot tier 1 are still up, so getting those not hard at all.
Yeah, and the other thing is, Zac got a couple shutdowns. Jace got a shutdown. We see Jace. He finished Muramana. He has the Last Whisper, so he got a lot of gold out of that play. I think the Zac is almost unkillable right now. He's
They're
been
just gonna
surviving
go
so
for a
much.
3v.
Wait,
They're
Crow's
going
getting
for the
caught
fight.
here.
Pro should be down, and with jungle dead, they can just go straight Baron.
Yeah, nobody came in to help him.
And the only ult they committed was Poppy ult, so they have more than enough ults and gold to just turn the fight if they try to stop this Baron.
Yeah,
Jace is gonna keep pushing bot and try to get bot tier 1 like I was talking about, but he won't be able to push fast enough to get bot tier 2.
he's probably gonna take that turret plus a wave. Downfall is here is gonna zone the rest of the
Downfall is
team.
doing the rock zone. He's running at 3 people, just scaring them into mid.
Now okay, so they're pinging mid inhibitor, so I could imagine they're trying
They,
to force for the end of
if
the game here.
Malphite flash ults, they probably all die.
Rumble already used his rocket belt, so New Moon is pushing for the
It
end.
looks
No,
like they're just gonna try.
no,
Last
they're
time they
picking top.
overforced like this, they died. Coconut's half health. They have to walk through top tower. They're taking a bunch of free damage.
Yeah, they're picking top side because they definitely want to take the tier 3 top.
I think
But if
you
you
can't
play,
fight them on even ground. You have to wait for a tower with this gold difference.
yeah, oh, Malphite goes in, gets
Jace gets
two.
knocked up. Jace should be going down. This is the last fight for sure. Downfall has been slain.
Double
There's
kill
only
on
2 members
Coconut,
left on
triple
blue.
kill on Coconut.
Coconut flashes into the tower and makes
Oh,
sure
he
to die
doesn't
one
get
more
it.
time before the game ends. Coconut with a mean 2 KDA this game.
Yeah, he went for the triple kill for the flash play. He wasn't able to kill the
With
Zac, but
Amumu's up in 10. Buck recalled and TP'd in, so this is being delayed a bit, but I think they still will end here.
yeah, this should be
It's
game.
just too much time.
I mean, again, we were expecting the win. You know, at the end
I
of the
just
day,
want to congratulate Buck for buying Ravenous Hider third. That
yeah,
was a
this time,
really
finally,
great job.
finally, right? I mean, so the game itself, it looked good. You know, a 10k gold lead, 28 to 12, but
It was
it,
sloppy.
yeah, it definitely felt like some sloppiness here and there. But overall, good job for the boys. They got the first win. Now, for some reason, Spec. Okay, now it's
Yeah,
back.
my spectator didn't show me the end of game
Yeah,
scene,
you know.
so I had to just close my lead.
Yeah. So
Um,
overall, a pretty good show. I think from the side of Bronzodia, really good play by the Zac and Jace. I think they were definitely the best players on this game here. I think both of them showed really good game overall. And from the side of New Moon, I would give a shout out to Coco and Buckby. They had good, and strong performances overall, and obviously Downfall. But it's not the first time Downfall has smacked the top lane. So shout out to him for a good performance. Um, so that's pretty much it. So
well, I'm gonna be playing game 2, so I have to switch over.
sweet.
So
Thanks,
I'll see
Zax, for
you
coming. We'll
on
definitely
the
see you on
other
the
side
Rift.
of the rift.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we'll go into a short break as we prepare for game 2. So we are going to so Axe is jumping on the game. So we won't have him here with us, but we are waiting for Coco. Coco is gonna swap roles with well, not swap roles, but swap with him. Axe is gonna play top. Downfall is gonna play uh, ADC, and Coco is gonna hop out. So he's gonna join us in the casting pretty soon. So I'm just gonna be updating a couple things because Bronzodia team has switched sides. They're gonna go for a red side for game number 2, and the guys are making the draft, so we'll be able to start drafting soon, very, very soon. So we had a lot of a back and forth on that game one. A lot of you know question. Well, I wouldn't say questionable, but I would say more of a how should I put this? Um, Damn it, I forgot the word. Like a little egoing in a couple plays, like trying to be, going for 1v1s, a few 1v1s that didn't work out, especially on champions that are not super strong early. But again, that's where you learn your limits. But overall, the team played really, really well. Uh, but again, it is to be expected from our teams. We do expect them the best performance overall. But we can forget about that. Let's move on. We're waiting for draft to get started. Um, Once Coconut is good to go, we'll bring him to the stream. But for now, we're waiting for them to start draft, which is should be pretty soon. Looks like they're just starting the band. So um, looking forward to see what changes we see from both sides. I think both teams showed some interesting and good picks overall. Um, for example, from the side of Bronzodia, the Zac was definitely a power pick. So I'm actually glad to see that Ben coming from New Moon. Where is this? Sorry, I'm just trying to get here some of the stuff ready. We see the Kai'Sa and the Taric out. Kai'Sa probably targeting Downfall as he is the Kai'Sa player when he goes ADC. I can definitely see that. So that respect being given to him. And good Ben overall. The Taric also targeting um, Fallen. And from the side of Newman, we saw the Seraphine Ben, which is good, removing the potential for team fighting. And Poppy, which had a good performance overall on Ares, and also it's a flex for Downfall, so it's well, since Downfall is playing ADC, I don't know how much of a flex it becomes, but it is a good ban overall. We see the first pick, Rel, pretty good champion overall. Good stuff here from the side of New Moon, champion that can do a lot. I don't know how much Ares. Well, I will say Ares does play well. He has a couple games, so I can definitely see it as a very interesting flex for these team right now. And we see the Viego as a counter. Interesting choice, going for more carry pick and Nautilus as well, which is a really good engage option. I am expecting that to be a Real Jungle bearish Jew. Um, ooh, but they showed the J4. So that actually okay. So that's the second time that New Moon has killed the flex potential. So I would definitely like to wait to see that. To be fair, um, I definitely like to give it a few minutes, let pick something else, keep the flex possibility open, but they went straight for the kill. MF, it's a good pairing with J4 and Rel. Really powerful overall. So I really like the draft so far from New Moon. Really, really strong. So I'm definitely excited about that. So Tristana pick, it's an interesting choice. I don't know about how Tristana ADC does into the into the misfortune, but I can definitely see her being strong mid. I just don't know if I like that much blinding. I guess it's a safe blind, but I don't know if I like that much though. The Ilaoi ban, that's a good question mark from Bronzodia. Gwen from the side of New Moon is overall a good ban. It allows Axe to pick something or front to back. Yes, Nico is still open now. The Malphite is down to the count. Let's go. Wait. Oh, hold on a second. Okay. So with what the heck is going on here? I don't know what's going on here. Okay. So Malphite, interesting choice. Axe can play that as well. And the Mordekaiser. So that. Mm, I wonder what Axe is gonna pick in the top lane because Gwen and Mordekaiser. I don't know if he's gonna go for something different than his primary pick. We do see the Lissandra, so this is. I think it's very likely it is a Tristana bot. Um, the Nico is open as we saw, and as Barry just you mentioned, it's a really power pick for Buckby. Um, so that's a good choice for New Moon, securing that Nico since it's open. But now the question is, what kind of blind is he gonna bring top lane? Okay, so he goes for this for Camille. Um, Camille is one of the Axe most comfort picks. He does play pretty well on it. He does pretty much all the matchups. I'm just surprised a little bit with the Gwen ban, I guess, because just Gwen is strong overall. Um, but I've seen him picking Camille into Mordekaiser and leaving the Jax up as we see the counter, which is also like one of the most common counters for Camille the Jax. So that's why I'm questioning a little bit why he left the Jax open instead of banning it. Because I know he usually goes for the Jax ban to make sure he will carry the game with the Camille pick because he has the potential to do it. But we'll see. Quite excited to see how this game will go. I think the Nautilus pick is a good option into the MF, even though the MF was picked afterwards. Um, Once he ults, he can definitely stop the MF ult or just pick her. Oh, Barry's issue. It's not gonna be Downfall. Downfall is playing ADC because Coconut is out of this game. So it's going to be Axe Stop and Downfall ADC. Coconut is going to join the casting with me in a few minutes once he's ready. So I'm quite excited to see how this game is gonna go, how the team's gonna play, how much difference we're gonna see between the two games. So I'm really, really excited for it. Um, Speaking of which, there's something in the chat.
Want me to wait while you go
Okay.
get them?
Oh, then I'm not gonna be impressed because I know the outcome already on the top lane. Yeah. I wanna see. Yeah, I definitely was not impressed, and I'm sorry for saying that, but I definitely was not impressed with how Spence Matt. I think that's how you say his name. Spence Matt played. Um, he definitely showed, some issues with spacing on that matchup. You know, didn't have much knowledge on the Rumble. Yeah, he definitely didn't play the strengths of the Rumble into the Malphite matchup. So I'm wondering if he's gonna be able to do with the Jax because the Jax is a champion that requires much more knowledge and skill to play top. And I say this because you definitely need to know when to jump in to get the stun, when to use your stun, you know, the power spikes when the matchup turns, all the kind of stuff you gotta know. And I'm a little concerned that Spence Matt is not gonna be able to identify that. Um, Giving a close look to him, he hasn't showed a lot of games on Jax. He has been showing a good number of games on Garen, Gwen, and Jace. So Jace being a flex pick. Jax he had six. Okay, so season this new split on 2023. He has a 17% win rate on Jax, 1 win, 5 losses. Um, in the first half of the year, Jax was his 14th most played champion, 9 wins and 6 losses. Back in 2022, Jax he played 1 game of Jax in 2022. I'm not only looking solo kill stats. And 2021, he didn't play Jax. He looks like he was in a mix of ADC, mid, and jungle. But again, I'm only looking at ranked solo games. So I think it's going to be a little rough on Spain's match, but I do wish him, a good game, because I definitely think they can try to do something different. See. And just a notice on Crow. Crow has played 9 games of Viego, having a 44% win rate on this split of 2023-2. In 2023-1, he had a 48 games with a 46 win rate on Viego. Last split, where he picked gold, over the last 3 years, that's the highest uh, rank he got. He had 177 games on Viego with a 58% win rate. Uh, so he has a lot of games of Viego. He looks like he was and it still is like a Viego one trick. Maybe he's trying to, expand his pool. So I would expect him to be playing this game pretty well. No worries, Bears issue. We will be uploading this VOD to YouTube probably later today, so it's gonna be out on YouTube tomorrow. Good luck on work, and hope everything goes well. We will go into a short break as we wait for SPAC, and we will be right back. And we are back, but I will be switching here. I'm gonna be updating here the screen. New moon on the blue side this time. Bronzodia on the red side. We see here some cheeky events on the J4 trying to get some damage. We see New Moon trying to get some knowledge on the jungler. We see Mystic as going to fall, and as it sees him, they have an interesting ward there trying to catch up any potential late invades. They got some damage, not much, but uh, we see both jungler stars on the top side, the J4 pathing bot and the Viego pathing bot, where they have really good engage supports that can allow them to fight well. Looks like some X or the J4 spotted the Jax as they pinged on top of his head. and interesting. The Viego starting on his own and falling down for also waiting here. But Jax is gonna spot the Camille walking into lane. He will know she just helped the J4 with a leash, and New Moon should also know that Viego started on the top side as the bot lane just showed up. Axe did get a really good damage there on the early game with the W and some autos into the Jax. Mystic as he got level 2, she misses the hook and they can't punish the level 2 advantage. Now the other thing is Axe came with Ignite and Grasp as Spec freezes, and we're gonna lose a couple seconds here. Um, Axe managed to dodges the E, gets a lot of damage. Leon get caught, takes a lot of damage too. Spenceman has no more corruption pots, and this wave's gonna bounce back, so Axe can punish really badly this Jax on the push, on the wave push back here. Looks like he goes for a reset. There's a 14 to 4 CS lead. Really good start from Axe against Spaceman. The bot side also good trading from Fallen and Downfall versus Mystic as in Captain Green. Getting good amount of damage, keeping the wave in a good spot, although it's slowly pushing back towards Bronzodia. No appearances from either jungle, but Bronzodia has a good ward in the River Bush and the Tri Bush, so they're gonna spot down Aris shortly. We could see a 3v3 here in the bot side. The Viego is approaching the 3v3 as he got Scuttle. Falling going in. Captain Green flies away. They go to Mystic Azzy. Flash from Crow away. Mystic Azzy's taking a lot of damage. Flashes away. Now Fall is taking. While Fall was taking damage, Buckby gets a kill, a solo kill in the mid lane, where both used Flash. Now Ira's gonna be spot on the Reaver. Crow's waiting for potential dive. Oh, Mystic has a good engage. Downfall. Oh, Folly stops Captain Green. They get the kill. Downfall flashed in. Oh, now Fall is gonna pay the price as Crow transforms. Gets the double kill. Good play by Mystic Azzy. I don't know if it was really need. Oh, Axe misses the hook shot, but walks away before getting stunned. Although the kill is interesting on Captain Green, I mean he's going to lose a lot. The wave is bouncing, so it's a good trade as Tristana just got um, what's it called. Tristana just got the assist and not the kill, but I don't know if he needed to flash there. But yeah, good warding by Mystic Azzy on the Raptors. Now we see Axe pinging the Raptors, getting the Umph, getting hit, getting chunked with the electrocute. He's getting punished really badly. Now Ares and Axe are trying to make a play onto Crow. They have good vision. They spot the Viego now. They're gonna make a play. Axe is 6. Axe goes in a hook shot, comboed, and ultimate by Camille, and he gets the Q. Really well done. The CC layer, it was not something that Crow could take on, especially without flash. Now the Jax does not crash the wave. Axe can TP back with a Sheen, and Ares on the top side. He's gonna get spotted by the C ward, and he's not gonna be, and he doesn't see it. So if I were okay, so Axe goes. Oops, should have been on directed. Axe goes in, trade is really hardly. He's gonna get. Oh, he gets the flash by Spencemat. The Ignite burns and kills Spencemat. I wasn't expecting him to get that much. Oh, Downfall took a turret shot. Good damage by Fall and good CC layer. Crow is here. It's a 3v2. He misses the stun, and it is what it is. Now Downfall will continue. Ooh, he got a Q shot on Mystic Azzy. It's getting super low, but Crow's gonna get spotted. They know he dropped the ward there, and they're just gonna bounce after crashing the wave. Pressure, pressure, pressure. The name of this game is pressure all over. New Moon has control over the top lane. Uh, 25 CS over to Axe. There's an 11 CS lead on the J4 into the Viego, which is actually impressive on its own. Uh, one full level, we see Axe now going in. Spence Matt has to ward hop. There's nothing he can do there by himself. The wave is frozen. He is in a really bad spot here. J4 is going to be level 6 soon after the next camp, and Viego is a couple camps away. Bot lane also has a 30 CS lead. Captain Green is going to be able to catch this CS, but it's still going to be roughly a 30 CS lead. And there's also a 20 CS lead in the mid, so all the lanes are playing really well on this and abusing. Now we see Crow here. Buckby spots him. He goes for mid, but New Moon is taking Drake. Mystic Az and Captain Green, they see it, they keep an eye on it, but they don't fight. They're keeping a position where they don't push bot, they don't punish. They don't. Oh, Spaceman's gonna get. Oh, not. He still gets stunned. Axe gets stunned, gets the kill. He walks away. He took a lot of damage. Crow is level 5. He doesn't have ult. He misses. Oh, that's a lot of damage on that kill. Oh, Axe doesn't get the. Oh, he's dealing a lot of damage, Axe, but he doesn't get the true damage. The G4 is coming, so if Crow stays, he could dive him. But a lot of pressure here everywhere. Mid, bot, jungle. 4k gold lead. Now Ares is waiting for Crow to go in. Crow is 6. Both of them spots each other as Crow ignores the red buff, goes for the Raptors. Buckbeat sees here, spots Crow, goes in, gets good damage, gets a root, gets the flash, gets the solo kill, putting this vehicle far and far behind, getting his flash. Jungle kept stolen now. Ares goes in for the Herald. Bot lane trades again. Leon is extremely low, has no mana. Things are not looking good for the side of Bronzodia. Oh, Buckby! Leof tried to stay to catch that. He goes too far forward, gets rooted, and the Q from Nico finishes him off. It's not what you want to see. His TP is going to be back in a few seconds. He might be able to catch that wave, which is a cannon wave, but it's not looking that good. Now we see Viego here going to Buckby. They managed to get the stun onto the real Nico. She managed to get in, gets a lot of damage. Ares goes in, another kill for Buckby. Leon ults the J4, but not under turret, and he is safe, safe, safe. Actually taking a lot of damage, huge Divine Sunder, and second cast of Q. Nice ult. Now a clean dive by Axe. He manages to avoid the stun from Jax E. It is a top, mid gap and bottom gap as well. It is everything gap in this game. Bronzodia had a really good game on game 1. They had a good showing, but things are not looking good for them right now. There's a 45, almost 45 CS lead into the top lane. Ooh, Leon took a bad E, got ulted, but he flashed away. Mystic Azzy. Now, what we mentioned, the Nautilus ult to stops Downfall's ult. They got a lot of damage on him, cancel his ult, but New Moon's bot lane survives the 3v2. Yeah, it's a really rough situation where you were faced. You have two-thirds of a Divine Thunder, and you're facing Camille that has Hydra now. She goes in, look at this, 1Q, and she took 40% of Jack's health. And she doesn't have Ignite right now, but she is walking forward and doing so much damage. Thanks TPO for the follow. Much love, really appreciate it. Things are a little rough here. Um, Axe tried to go in, he wasn't able to get it. The hook shot. Buckby punishing Leon. Nico here, she was a minion trying to find a way to surprise Leon and get that kill. Oh, Buckby spots. Oh, so much damage on the Crow. Mystic Azzy. I don't know what he tried to do, but he tried. I don't know. It maybe I don't know. It's a good question, but look at this damage from Buckby. Uh, he almost was able to get a double kill. Oh, Captain Green, he's gonna get 3 men here. He jumps away. Axe is gonna fight to the death to get this turret. Huge Axe hook shot goes in. He doesn't. Oh, he does have ult. Combos well, but doesn't get the tower reset. But it's fine. He's gonna take that turret regardless. Another kill for Axe. 5-0 on this Camille. 50 CS. Turret. Another turret for New Moon. Bot lane also drops. This is looking rough for Bronzodia. Oh, 4 men ult by the Nico combined with Fallen. Buckby is low. He does get a lot of damage, but he drops a 500. Shut down. Leonfi is super low. Fallen does drop as well. Downfall shows up. Crow gets resets, gets some damage, but he drops now. As Ares guaranteed the second Drake, and Axe gets another Q. It's a 4-for-2, but a lot of gold on the Viego that managed to get resets, and he got really juicy shutdowns, especially the one on Nico. So at this situation, almost 15 minutes of game, 11.4k gold difference. It's not much what you can do, right? You have MF now at 2 items. Nico, J4, and Camille almost at 2 items. There's, man, there's 4k gold on this top lane, 1k gold in the jungle, you know, 2500 in the mid, and another 2300 in bot. So it's huge. There's nothing much you can really do for this album, Zodia. Even if you lay all your CC, you might not have the damage. As we see Axe killing the Jax. Now Lissandra dropping. Crow is gonna die on the Viego for Jax. Double kill on Downfall. And Axe getting the ace at 15 minutes. It's 19-4. It's slaughter after. At this point, I don't even know what to say because this is a type of game that you would have expected from New Moon for game one. At least on my standards, New Moon has been rising in performance. These is pretty much the same thing that plays in Titans, plays in AGL. They've been having good performances against top teams. Now Space Mad, he grieves, he jumps into Downfall, tries to get the shutdown, but he commits too far, dies again. Crow getting caught. Oh, he gets one-shotted by the Nico. So this is the kind of performance that you would expect from New Moon as a rising team and a rising heart. So when they're playing a team that it's supposed to be really, really weak compared to them, that's the kind of performance you expect from these guys. And now they're showing it. They're playing, they're focused. They're not egoing on certain plays. They're absolutely playing to the fullest of the ability. And it's just good to see that they are able to pull something like this. On the other side, it feels really bad if you're a Bronzodia fan, if you're playing for Bronzodia, if you know the guys from Bronzodia, if you're friends with them, because they're probably trying their best. They probably play better than what they're showing, so it's really hard when you are in that situation. But Buckby getting another kill here. Now he's going to go for a two-man ult that does a lot of damage. Double kill on Buckby. Now we got a triple kill on Buckby, and I think and Camille got the kill on Crow. And it's they have okay. So Ares using a Herald here. This could be game. Spaceman he got so much CC from the Rel. Ace for New Moon. Downfall getting the ace. 26 to 4. These Herald could charge to both turrets in mid, and it's very likely could be the well. Crow is now up. They still could go. The stops Ares. Ultimate from Downfall goes in. A lot of damage. He doesn't drop for Lysander's ult. Double kill on the J4. Axe getting a kill in the backline. He doesn't get a kill. They grieved a little bit. Grow managed to get the Camille's soul, goes in, but he goes down, and New Moon is gonna clean the game. Double kill on Downfall. 18 minutes and 50 seconds, and New Moon clinches the game. A really fast-paced game. 31 to 5, almost 20k gold lead. One kill on Axe, one kill on Buckby, one kill on Downfall, and two kills on Rel. So really well played by New Moon. The boys came in strong, and Spectre it's freezing a lot, but uh, you know good numbers: 16 KDAs, 19 KDAs, 15,000 damage, 20,000 damage in a almost 19-minute game. That's a lot. Um, but again, from the side of Bronzodia, I think they had a really good game one, good showing overall. Um, Crow and Leon had really good games. Had a good game in one. Game two, they didn't do as well, but Crow on Viego definitely showed why he's comfortable with the pick. He had some potential. He had actually all the kills on his team. So I would like to see Bronzodia being able to bounce back after this loss. So with that being said, it was a clean win and awaits for New Moon to bounce back. So what? So I'm just excited to see how these guys are gonna face off next week. Um, Next week we are back at ZGG on Thursday. We are going to cover New Moon versus Conduit Coalition. I'm really excited for this game. I think this game is going to be really, really good. It's going to be a game that is going to be really powerful and really interesting. So really excited for that. In the meantime, we are going to stay here for tonight. It was a good game overall again. Good series. And actually was a pretty short series. But we're going to stay here for tonight. What we're going to do is we're going to send you guys to watch some more League of Legends if you guys are interested. Uh, so just show your support for who we are sending you guys to. We're gonna send you guys to Rimi Hana, Masters support player. So just check it out. Show some support. Stick around, engage.
So people from New Moon are wondering if you need screenshots of the post-game screens.